Is this the best time to invest in Pokemon cards? After the insane last couple of years we've had, with people going crazy over these shiny pieces of cardboard, it kinda looks like things are slowly returning back to normal. Everything is being reprinted, shelves are slowly filling back up, Logan Paul has moved on to his next scheme, the world is healing, and along with it, Pokemon prices are dipping back down to something a bit more reasonable. But reasonable doesn't necessarily mean cheap, so if you want a chance to win $1,000, make sure you enter my free giveaway by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and leaving a comment so I can pick you as a winner during my giveaway livestream. You can also follow each of my socials for a bonus entry. So as I was saying, pre-2019 was essentially a completely different era of Pokemon card collecting. It was a sweet and innocent time, but because of this thing, and a bunch of other things, we saw the Pokemon card collecting community increase tenfold, especially including a lot of big whales, basically people that were able to buy super high-end products and weren't too concerned about spending a ton of money. So prices on a lot of these high-end items skyrocketed well out of reach for the average person. Even with the recent price crashes, these products aren't really something you and I can normally afford. And I guess in a way, it's kind of sad to think that there are a bunch of products and cards that we can never own. Until now. Because thanks to the sponsor of today's video, Otis, you too could own a historical piece of Pokemon culture. Otis makes investing in culturally significant collectibles easy and accessible to everyone. In the same way you would buy and sell shares in a company, you can now buy and sell shares of collectibles. Each cultural asset has been securitized with the SEC and broken into shares. Because a PSA 10 first edition Charizard goes for like $300,000, which neither of us can afford. But now you can just buy a small share of it, and you can tell people that you literally co-own a piece of Pokemon history. And if you're someone like me who loves collecting everything, you can also invest in graded video games, sports cards, sneakers, comic books, and even art. There's over 100 assets and new drops are added weekly. All you have to do is download the Otis app, and if you sign up for free with the link in my description, you will actually get your first share free when you fund your account. Terms apply. Okay, but we still haven't answered the question, is this the best time to invest in Pokemon cards? And unfortunately, there's no easy answer. The best time to invest in Pokemon cards was probably in 1999, but if I gave you an opportunity to go back to 2016 and invest in cards before the Pokemon Go hype, you would probably take that opportunity without any hesitation. And if I gave you a chance to go back to 2018 before the recent hype, you would take that chance too. Anyone would. So who knows, a few years from now, if there's another massive event that makes prices jump, we might look back at the end of 2021 and regret not buying while prices were a bit cheaper. Or there might not be another price increase for the next 5 to 10 years. Obviously, we can't know for certain, but what we do know is historically, long-term prices on Pokemon cards and boxes have continuously gone up. And if you look at the relative market prices of cards and products today, most things are at the lowest prices they've been in pretty much 2 years. Now, I think there's still some hype left over from celebrations, and obviously a lot of people are very excited about Vmax Climax and Brilliant Stars. So I think there's still room for prices to continue dropping a little further well into next year. But now is a good time to start researching and looking around for good deals and products, or a much easier way would just be to subscribe and watch my videos. I guess it's important to ask, are we ever going to see this kind of hype again? The events of the past couple of years have been extremely unprecedented. It was kind of just the perfect storm of everyone being home and having nothing to do, maybe having some extra cash because you couldn't go out. Obviously there was heaps of hype all over the internet, and on top of that we had the 25th anniversary of Pokemon. It's like the Pokemon gods came together and all of the stars aligned to create the biggest hype cycle ever. And personally, I don't think something like this is going to happen again anytime soon. Maybe for the 30th anniversary, but probably not. I don't know. I think to top this, or even come close, there would have to be some huge new Pokemon related event or global crisis that made everyone get back into collecting. And statistically speaking, the chances of all of that happening are pretty low. And I don't really know if this will ever happen, but I honestly think there's like two next big things that the Pokemon company would have to do to even try to come close to the recent hype. One, a proper Pokemon mobile game, or two, some sort of immersive VR Pokemon game that maybe somehow ties into the metaverse. Now, this is just me sharing some random thoughts of mine, but I still think it's pretty crazy that we don't have a proper Pokemon mobile game yet. Like, not Pokemon Go, I mean like an actual new Pokemon game. I feel like there's a lot of people that would be very excited and happy to pay for a Pokemon game that had a single player campaign and maybe even some multiplayer mode where you could play with friends. That would literally be huge. Niantic, if you ever do that, just give me like 10% of the profits for coming up with the idea. Cheers. The other potentially huge thing they could do is a VR Pokemon game. There's like all this talk of a metaverse where people can own virtual stuff. I think a fully immersive Pokemon game where you can run around, actually catch and own Pokemon, fight in different leagues and tournaments, play with your friends, it's really the closest thing to Pokemon in real life, and that's something every Pokemon fan has always dreamed of as a kid. The technology to actually execute it well is probably a few years off, but I'm just saying, it could be the next big thing. What do you guys think? Are we ever going to see this kind of hype for Pokemon ever again? And if so, how do you think it will happen? But anyway, if we are to invest now, what are some good products to look out for? I mean, Vmax Climax is kind of a no-brainer. It's arguably the best modern set ever, and it has so many chase cards that you can open heaps of products and keep getting exciting new pulls. It's got a great set identity with all of the character rares, there's popular trainers, Charizards, Pikachus, you name it, this set's got it. It really ticks all the boxes of being a good, highly collectible set and therefore a great investment. As we talked about in my last video though, there will be plenty available in the months and even years to come, so be patient and you'll be able to get your hands on Vmax Climax soon enough. The last thing you want to do is overpay for a set, which should be pretty easy to find for very close to retail. Now everyone kind of just forgot about Evolving Skies. Let's not forget that just up until recently with Vmax Climax, many people still considered Evolving Skies the best modern set, and a lot of people probably still do. But with the recent Celebrations hype and now Vmax Climax, it's kind of being overlooked, which is good news for us, because I still think it's an amazing set with heaps of incredible chase cards. Evolving Skies booster boxes and singles I think are a great investment going into next year. If we can pick up these products close to retail, we really can't go wrong long term. Now, Celebrations is a set I would probably avoid for now, because I still think there's way too much stock available. I mean, literally every time I walk into a Target or Kmart or any local card store, they're literally full of Celebrations products. Like, literally every box is readily available, except for this one. We don't talk about this one. But like I've been telling you guys for months, Celebrations is super easy to get your hands on. And genuinely, I think Celebrations cards in boxes will be similar to Generations and probably Evolutions, where you can easily get stuff for retail and probably below retail for at least the next few years unless something huge happens. For Brilliant Stars, we will kind of have to wait and see, because a lot will depend on what cards are actually included in the set. If we only see the rumored 30 character rares and secret rares from Vmax Climax, it might be a pretty good but not amazing set, but if we see any more, like 50 plus, then it'll probably be the best modern English set. So we'll have to wait and see and, actually look at what's confirmed and what's not, before we decide if it's a set that we should be investing in. Fusion Strike, I've said it before and I'll say it again, there's a few very nice chase cards in there for sure. If I can grab them for cheap, I'll get them. The rest of the set is a pass from me. Battle Styles, yeah, nah. At least not for now. Chilling Reign is kind of a set that went super quiet because it was followed right after by Evolving Skies. I still think this set is a bit underrated, there's quite a few nice cards in there, and it's definitely a set to look out for. I think the Chilling Reign ETBs and alternate art cards are good pickups if you can get a deal on them. Now, vintage cards are a whole new story on their own, and probably deserves its own video. But long story short, most vintage cards and slabs have crashed tremendously from their peak prices last year, but are still quite expensive. We'll probably never get back down to what prices were like 3 years ago even, but don't lose all hope. I still think there's a lot of vintage cards that will continue to crash in price as the hype continues to die down. There's a few, I guess you could say, more iconic stuff like the first edition booster box and first edition Charizard, which probably won't really drop in price much. For stuff like that, the market works a little bit differently. It's kind of like high-end art, where it'll pretty much just sit at a stable price until someone buys one for slightly more or slightly less. Your best chance at kinda owning one of those is through stuff like Otis. You won't be able to hold the card in your hand, but it's the next best thing. Thank you again to Otis for sponsoring this video. Please do click the link in my description. You can get a free share and it also helps support the channel. It's a win-win. Speaking of wins, make sure you also like, subscribe and comment so you can have a chance to win that $1,000. Go vote in the poll for what time suits you best for the giveaway livestream. It's going to be very fun and exciting, but until then, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.